even when it hurts. But you still put me first, even when it hurts. I apologize.
Yo, me too. I don't want them to see it. Like,
I get myself right first. Look at you, I get myself right.
I was with your boy yesterday.
Huh?
I was with Mo yesterday.
Yeah, the nigga ain't answer me yesterday.
I'm back on 5, 4, 3, 2.
all right, we are back, and that was just the latest by Albion When It Hurts. I really,
Your new favorite song.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I really like that song.
I could tell how you hit me up today. Like, I really like this Albion song. I was like,
Yeah, I kept sending Joe messages. I was like, yo, but I really like this song.
I was like, all right.
But enough about that. We have our second guest of the evening here with us, TaunDaDon. Thank you so much for coming up.
TaunDaDon up in the building, man.
And I just want to say he's definitely a trooper.
Definitely.
We went through a few things, but he still came out.
In the building.
Appreciate that.
Let's not dwell on the past.
And he was on time too. I like that. I like that. Take it serious. But before we start asking questions, definitely just introduce yourself to everyone. Let them know who you are and what you do.
Alright, my name is TaunDaDon, you feel me? I'm a music artist from Savannah, Georgia. I live in Bayonne now. I'm a part of a team called Crew Life, but I also got my own team, Walk Gang, and we making big things happen this summer.
All right, so let's talk about the movement. Let's talk about the movements. Let's talk about Guap Gang and what was the other one you said?
Crew Life.
Crew Life. Let's talk about both of those.
Alright, Walk Gang, that's something I created when I was like in high school. I was like 10th grade. Me and my boys just sitting at the lunch table. You know, we always freestyling, beating on the table, making beats. So I was like, you might as well join the team. So I came up with Guap Gang. We was getting money at the time. So I was like, let's make a team. So that's how Guap Gang came along. And I just brought it up here. Crew Life, I met Scrappy Really the Don like a couple months ago. I was sitting on my porch actually. He was gonna do a video. So my boy Ruben told him I rap, so they listened to me. We ended up doing a Panda video the same day I met him.
Wow.
We did a Panda video, so that's how that came along. Now I'm Crew Life to the devil.
All right. So tell us a little bit about how you started making music. I know sometimes we ask people this question and they say like, yo, I started when I was really young, or some people like, actually I started just a few years ago. It's still something really new to me, but I really enjoy it and I take it serious. So how did you start?
I actually started rapping when I was 12 years old.
All right.
I actually started rapping when I was 12 years old. My mother used to enter me in competitions and stuff. I remember like I was 12 going against older people. It's at least maybe 100 people. I came in top 3. So from ever since then, I just started progressing. So that's how that came being. My pops used to do music before he passed away. My pops actually only got signed to Motown. So for him, but you know, after he got signed in the streets, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like he started the torch, so I'm carry. I gotta finish what he started. So that's what I'm doing right now.
And he's sung?
Yeah, he did all that. He sung, he played every instrument, he did all that.
Right, that's dope. So growing up, you had that as an influence in a way. Like you were rapping, but then you had someone that was a musical artist too, as a figure to look at and kind of.
But it's crazy because I never met him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
All I went by my whole life was stories and pictures.
Of him.
Yeah, and like when I used to visit my grandparents, I used to take his keyboard and just play around it because I played piano too. So I just follow in Bob's footsteps.
So how much of an impact was that? You know, you didn't know him, but you know that he had the musical talent and you know the stuff that he did. Like, how much did that inspire you to do what you're doing right now?
A lot. Like, there's nothing else in this world that I would rather be doing. Like, when I wake up, I think about music. Like, even when I'm at work, I'm just sitting there, in my head, I'm writing a hook. I'm writing a verse. Like, it's non-stop with me. I could write a song like this in less than 15 minutes. So it's like, music is my passion, and I would never trade that for anything else.
All right. So I know this is a question that Joe usually asks, but I'm gonna take it and run with it this time. If you had to, not necessarily compare yourself to someone, but to describe your type of music and the music that you make, what would you classify it as?
Inspirational. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do trap music too, but a lot of my music have stories. Majority of all my songs have stories of stuff that I actually been through. And when you listen to my songs word from word, you can actually hear the whole story. without me telling you anything.
So you're like more like around like, so when we hear your music, we can definitely expect to hear storytelling, lyrical like something that's just like really lyrical and has like substance, not necessarily something that might be a little more fun and just kind of
exactly. I mean, I got turn up songs too, but at the same time, I like to tell people what I've been through because I never know, I might be helping somebody else that's going through the same situation. So that's what I try to do. I try to keep it true. I try to stay to the facts and make sure my music is real as possible.
Are you taking the commercial route, or are you like, you know, what I need to make these hits so I can get up on the radio, so I can get my songs played in the club, you know, TV and shit like that?
I mean, like every other artist, when they make songs, they like, oh, this the one that's gonna blow. Like I used to think like that too, but now like I just put music out there. Like I just go with the one, whatever happened.
So you're not really searching for the hit?
Not really. I just want my music to be heard. That's how much I care about it. Like I don't care if I get signed as long as people know my lyrics.
See, what you saying that I can art, like hearing you say that and saying that you're more lyrical, I'm already thinking in my head like, okay, Kendrick, Cole, Logic, like the people that are more interested in the music and not necessarily like the fame or going out there and chasing the radio hit, but it does come to them because they have such a strong following. People really.
Don't get me wrong, if it comes,
yeah. Like if it comes, obviously that's what you want. Like you want it to come to you, but you don't necessarily want to conform to it.
That's not my goal.
Yeah.
That's not my goal. My goal is not to be the most rich and famous person in the world. Like I just want my music to be known, so people know who I am. People understand where I'm coming from, where I've been, and where I'm going.
Is it hard making music like that when everybody out there is searching for the hit, so they making one type of music, and you know, music that's more trendy? Is it hard staying in that lane?
Sometimes, but at the same time, you gotta be true to yourself. You gotta do what you like to do. Because at the same time, music that's trending, people gonna like it, yeah. But if you being unique and you come out with something totally different, people also gonna be drawn to you. Because people like different stuff. People like different. Like if people on that DJ Mustard type flow, and I come out with a trap song, things gonna be like, oh, that's dope. So that's like basically staying in my own lane, starting a new wave. That's what I'm trying to do, basically.
Okay, so I'm curious because I always ask this question just because I like being nosy. But who are some artists that you listen to and that inspired you? Like you hear them and you're like, this person makes me want to make this type of music, or this person kind of like pushes me to keep going.
Well, I'm from the South. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. I listen to a lot of Gucci.
Oh yeah, Gucci.
I listen to a lot of Gucci. When I first started rapping, I used to listen to a lot of Meek Mill. Like I used to get compared to him a lot. Meek Mill, Gucci, Kendrick. Future got a little part. Future got a part, but Gucci heavy.
Those are all different artists too. All four artists you named, like none of them are the same.
Mm-hmm.
They're all different.
Like I don't know, it's just something about Gucci. Like you can listen to a Gucci song and just get in your zone. Like he'll put you in that mode, and that's what I want to do with my music. I want to make people think about like when they listen to my song. Like I got a new single called "Pray for Me." That song is nothing but facts.
Well, since you brought it
It's
up,
funny that you bring it up because
we about to get to that.
Yeah, let's play "Pray for Me," and then when we come back, we'll let you talk about the track more and also get to know what you got coming up with your project.
I'm TaunDaDon, motherfucker. Yeah. I'm just trying to live
Yeah, I'm about to switch. Because I thought this was the better one.
trying to keep faith, but it's hard to maintain.
I like how you kept talking like you kept talking just like
Rest in peace to all my niggas. I'ma hold it down for the hood. I'm just trying to live right, even trying to save my life. I'm just trying to keep faith, but it's hard to maintain. The judge trying to lock my niggas up, cause he is doing out good. Rest in peace to all my niggas. I'ma hold it down for the hood. Word around town, I'm a problem. They told me get him, I got him. Motherfucker, I'm keeping your closet. Pull out that chopper, pop you like a collar. Killing after killing, drilling after drilling. Lost so many niggas, ain't got no feelings. Fuck the police, cause they doing the killing. Supposed to be heroes, all I see is villains. Time getting harder, it's getting shorter. Trying to have faith, but the world needs some order. My girl said she pregnant, might hand me a daughter. After she told me, I smoked me a quarter. I can believe it, I was like, damn, should I keep it? Fuck it, damn, my little baby. Time to start grinding, I do that shit daily. Living the life, well, listen, God come save me. If you do better, you do better. Cold word up on me, a new sweater, rest easily. Damn, I miss you, nigga. Rest easy, me, go, I'm drowning in liquor. Smoking that gas like I fucked on my liquor. Now I got me stuck like a motherfucking sticker. Trying to live right, start to read the subscriptions. Yeah. Trying to live right, start to read the subscriptions. Yeah. I'm just trying to live right. You trying to take my life. Pray for me. I'm just trying to keep faith, but it's hard to maintain. Pray for me. The judge trying to lock my niggas up, cause he's doing now good. Pray for me. Rest in peace to all my niggas. I'ma hold it down for the hood. Pray for me. I'm just trying to live right. Demons trying to take my life. Pray for me. I'm just trying to keep faith, but it's hard to maintain. Pray for me. The judge trying to lock my niggas up, cause he's doing now good. Pray for me. Rest in peace to all my niggas. I'ma hold it down for the hood. Pray for me. I grew up without a father, so how the hell I'm supposed to be a father? My biggest fear is to fail. I just call life and no bail. My mama told me not to worry. Take a deep breath and gain courage. Grandma told me stay encouraged, cause ain't nothing gonna be perfect. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. I just wanna grind and get what I desire. Just trying to build me an empire. I'm a lane to the world like an empire. Yeah, I stay down like a groundhog. That 4-5 gon' sound off. If I'm not down dog, I'm a monster in these streets, I'm an outlaw.
I just say what's up to Snap.
Hey, Snap.
I'm tired. Pray for me.
You always say the same shit on every Snap.
Pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. I'm TaunDaDon, motherfucker. I'm just trying to live right. Even trying to take my life. Pray for me. I'm just trying to keep faith, but it's hard to maintain. Pray for me. The judge trying to lock my niggas up, cause he's doing now good. Pray for me. Rest in peace to all my niggas. I'ma hold it down for the hood. Pray for me. I'm just trying to live right. Even trying to take my life. Pray for me. I'm just trying to keep faith, but it's hard to maintain. Pray for me. The judge trying to lock my niggas up, cause he's doing now good. Pray for me. Rest in peace to all my niggas. I'ma hold it down for the hood. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And we are back. That was Pray For Me. Tom was back here rapping the whole time. So I just had a little mini concert.
Like it was somebody else doing.
Nah, I can tell he was feeling it.
I was
Like,
feeling that song.
it was all real shit that he was saying, and he was just feeling it. I like that. But
Definitely.
talk to us about the song. Like, Pray For Me. Like, what
The
was
song-
the inspiration behind that? What made you be like, yo, I need to make this record?
To be honest, the reason I actually first wrote it was when my girlfriend first told me she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time I wasn't working, and I couldn't find a job or nothing, so I felt like my life was going downhill. So at the time I needed prayer. So I was really telling people to pray for me. And I was just explaining everything I was going through. It was hard. Like, it got to the point my parents didn't think I wanted to work. They wanted to put me out. But I mean, I guess constantly praying. God made a way for me. Now I'm working out, I'm on my feet, everything's straight, I'm good.
So that's some real shit. I like the song because it had a message and it was a real song, but it still was like relevant to like the music that's out right now. You know what I mean?
how it
Like the
sound,
beat,
right?
the tempo and stuff like that. Like it's something that you could rock out to, but like at the end of the day, you know, you still was saying something, so it had a good message. Like, so was that like a plan? Like
That's what I was aiming for. I was trying to make something that people could relate to, but something people also could listen to. Like, if that song came on the radio, that's something you could bump to.
yeah.
I mean, that's something you could just listen to, vibe to, and it also has a message. So it's not a waste of time. Basically, a lot of music today is just.
I can see that too, even being something that kind of like makes its way into like the club in a way, just because like Joe said, like the beat, the tempo, the production, like it's something that's like fun and changes people's moods, but it still has some substance to it. Like you're still saying something behind it.
That's what I want. One day.
So I have a question. So you're from Savannah, Georgia, but you're here in Jersey right now. And the song, we can hear the southern influence, you know, down south sound. How do you maintain that sound being up here in the East Coast?
I don't know.
Because wait, how long have you been here in Jersey?
I've been in Jersey 4 years.
Oh, all right, so it's still new.
But it's like, I think I'm losing my accent. Everywhere I go, people tell me, well, I can tell you from the South. I can hear it in your accent. I don't hear it, to be honest.
I hear it a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it a little.
Especially just like now when you said that, I'm like, wait, how you gonna talk about losing it? And I hear it right now.
So let me ask you another question. Like, you grew up in Atlanta, but you say you've been up here in Jersey for 4 years.
You know, I was actually born in Jersey.
So you was born in
I
Jersey.
was born in Perth Amboy, New Jersey.
Okay.
But I've been in Savannah, Georgia my whole life.
So are you like in between, like fighting like a sound? Is it like you still got the South sound, but now you like close to the Jersey, New York sound? So is it like a combination of both, or it's still like that South sound?
It's straight South.
That's what that's what
I'm
it is.
keeping that. You feel that's me all the way, and I wouldn't be me if I tried to change up to be like every artist up here.
How hard is it to have a South sound and you up here close, you know, in the tri-state area?
No, it's great. It's not hard at all. Like, I'm just being me. I'm not trying to be nobody else. Like, it just come out like that. Like, I can't control
And if
it.
the music is good, you know, then you know they gonna fuck with it, right?
A lot of people like it. A lot of people like my accent. But, I don't
So you haven't been feeling any pressure of people kind of like, all right, you up in Jersey now, you need to start making, you know.
New York records.
No,
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. Ever since I came up here, everybody been telling me the exact opposite. Bro, stay the same. You feel me? Don't change your flow. You got that down south flow. I like that. Nobody up here is doing that. Keep that. Nobody been actually telling me to change my flow at all to try to sound like a Jersey or New York artist. And I really appreciate that. I mean, I was gonna do that regardless of me. TaunDaDon, you feel me? That's me.
So what's next for you?
Well, I just dropped a mixtape called Guap Life. It's on Spinrilla. So if I got like 30 downloads, that's good for somebody who's not from up here. But I'm actually working on Guap Life 2 right now. I'm on my first song. My manager Rube just set up a show coming up in a couple weeks, so that's what we're gonna be doing. Crew Life also had a show last week. I performed for the first time since I've been in Jersey, and you know, like the crowd was rocking with it. They wasn't like up and at it. But
Yeah.
after the show was, people came up to me, gave me my props. They're like, bro, you sound good. We gonna work. We gonna make. So it's like it felt good to get at least a good feedback. I mean, I already know off the bat people wasn't gonna be just all up my shirt. You feel me? So I did a pretty good job.
Especially up here, like the whole like trying to entertain a New York crowd, they don't like nothing.
We
Like,
talk about
it's
it.
hard, especially if you're not from here. Like it's even harder. So that's
See
good.
that. I
So
see
that's
that.
good though that you performed and you saw like people were giving you that support, basically, like letting you know, like yo, like I see what you're doing, like keep going. That's
Working
dope.
on any videos?
Actually, yeah, I'm about to do a video for Perfume.
Alright, you gotta send that up, man.
So as soon
Yeah,
as
we
I
got-
get
we
that,
gotta
I'm
send
sending
that
it to
up,
you.
man.
Got you.
Before we get up out of here, let everybody know where they can find you on your social media and find your music at.
You can find me on Instagram at _GuapLife, GWAPLIFE. You can find me on Twitter, GuapGang _Tom. Facebook, GuapGang Tom, GuapGang everything. That's my team. SoundCloud, TaunDaDon, TaunDaDon. And go on Spinrilla, type in Guap Life, download that Guap Life for me. I promise you, the hardest songs you probably ever gonna hear. So.
Real shit. Yeah, I like real shit.
Yo,
like
you
that.
threw him off. Joe was like, oh.
Yeah, I can't hear shit like that. I go and download it and take your word up for it.
I'm telling you, you're not gonna be disappointed.
Alright, man. Well, definitely thanks for coming up, and
Yeah,
you gotta come back, especially when you have
Definitely.
those videos, man.
Thanks for
Yep,
having me.
have
You
the
know I'm gonna be
videos,
back.
next
You know
project,
definitely.
all that. So we're gonna go to a video, and when we come back, we're gonna get into my favorite part of the show, battle bars. Every week, me and Joe pick. Now we're starting to pick two artists to go head to head, round for round, to see who got the best bars. This week we're doing Drake versus Meek Millie. Joe got Meek.
Oh, damn.
I got Drake. We're gonna see who got the best
Who got
bars.
who? Who got who?
Joe got Meek. I got
Meek.
Drake.
Yeah, you know she got Drake.
You got me.
What's this?
You know she got Drake.
What's that supposed? You know, we'll talk about it when we come back. We'll go to the video when we come back.
Fair?
Right? Yeah. Not. Huh?
That's fair.
That's really fair.
I was trying to wait for y'all to go to break. We've been sitting in the hallway.
I heard you. I heard y'all creeping. I definitely heard y'all creeping.
This was live. This was live.
that's late night taboo creeping. Oh yeah, definitely, bro. Yo, I
Gotta
told you
be,
too, I'm
bro.
gonna talk to you.
Yo, hot as hell. I need a nap.
Coming up.
What you doing now?
I'm gonna try to have a date like within, next few days, and I'm gonna let you know.
All right,
Definitely, yeah.
Hey, bro, you got a napkin? Why your eyes so low, bro?
I feel like you probably did send it.